Well, hello everyone and welcome to Football Overseas. Apologies for the sweat. It's not easy to make videos when you don't have the fan or the air conditioning on because you don't want to create any background noise. But of course, it's Premiership game week time. Saturday, Sunday and Monday we'll see some pretty interesting games taking place. The first game on Saturday is the lunchtime kickoff where Manchester City travel to St James's Park to take on Newcastle. Cannot see beyond a Manchester City win, 3-1. I think Manchester City are going to prove that they are more than capable of going on a run again, and they are not rattled by that 2-2 draw on Sunday. In fact, far from being a point gained by Arsenal, it was 2 points dropped, and they know it. And City have a lot more to be grateful for. Rodri is injured, but they have more than enough midfielders to pick up the slack, including Matheus Nunes, who might have a role to play. So 3-1 to Manchester City. Then, as far as the Saturday afternoon games are concerned, at 3 p.m. UK time, Arsenal will look to take out their own frustrations against a Leicester team that flattered to deceive against an Everton team really looking out of sorts. Should be a 3-1 win easy. The only question is, will David Raya be fit to play, having sustained a bit of a thigh injury which ruled him out of the Carling Cup tie between Arsenal and Bolton? If he doesn't play, Neto will be given his debut. It will still be an Arsenal win. And the next game on Saturday, that will see Brentford taking on West Ham. Mr. B's boys against the Hammers. The blunt Hammers, it must be said. Can't see beyond the 2-1 win for Brentford. I just think they've got a lot more about them at the moment, and West Ham's bubble has definitely burst under Lopetegui. Wissa being out might be a bit of a problem, though. It will definitely be. Then the next game, of course, we'll see Chelsea taking on Brighton. Brighton, of course, will be without their manager Hertzler, who was suspended following that red card in the clash between his team and Nottingham Forest at the Amex. And Bobby Sanchez and Marc Cucurella coming up against their former teammates should have some joy this time around. 2-1 to Chelsea because it will be a tight game, but Chelsea will want to impress their home supporters. And then Everton against Crystal Palace. Palace to nick this one 2-1. I think Everton deserve credit for doing as well as they did against Leicester, but that really is as good as it could get right now at this particular point in time. And Palace are starting to turn the corner. In some ways, could have beaten Manchester United, but also conceded plenty of chances of their own. They just look to be a more solid team. 2-1 to the Eagles. And then Forest, of course, are going to be without Nuno Santo and Morgan Gibbs-White, who were both dismissed against Brighton. And they will be entertaining a Fulham team riding high on confidence at the moment, thanks to several ex-Gunners and one on-loan Gunner, and several other players now helping the team gel quite well. But the City ground isn't an easy place to play. This could easily be a Desmond. Liverpool against Wolves at Molineux in the evening kick-off on Saturday, 3-1 to Liverpool. The Wolves literally are sick, and Liverpool should put them out of their misery 3-1. Sunday's matches will see the Champions League team Aston Villa going all the way to Portman Road to take on the Tractor Boys. They will concede because their defence is slipshod at the moment, but they will score more goals, with Watkins and Duran definitely hitting the right notes. 3-1 to Aston Villa. Sadly, no clean sheet for Emi Martinez, though. And the Sunday kickoff will be sometime later in the afternoon. That should see Manchester United taking on Tottenham, both teams having had contrasting fortunes in the Europa League. I could see this one ending in the Desmond as well. I think Spurs will want to try and beat United at Old Trafford, but I don't think they will. 2-2, and this should be an entertaining game because United have to prove a point and maybe save one. And the Monday game is a South Coast derby between Bournemouth and Southampton at 8 p.m. UK time. Aaron Ramsdale making his return to Dean Court with a Southampton team that's not quite able to get it together. I think Bournemouth should nick this 2-1. I think they will definitely want to try and prove that they are much the better team right now. Well, these are my predictions. Thanks a lot for joining in, and we will see you all very soon. Cheers, everyone.